Warm, slightly sweet, moist cornbread with lashings of butter is a very special thing. And I don't want you to miss out on all this fun. So come on, let's go. Let's turn up the heat. Before we start, make sure you have a round, not a round. Well, it could be round, but it also could be square. All right, you just need a 9-inch pan or around 9 inches, give or take. Just try and get something like this. Grab a bowl for your dry ingredients. Starting with yellow cornmeal, first we're gonna weigh out or measure 255 grams, right around 1.5 cups. Next is 3/4 cups or 90 grams of all-purpose flour. Now, if you're used to super crumbly, kind of dry cornbread and you haven't had good experiences with it, don't be afraid, I'm here to help. That's because there's too much flour. Be very precise with this flour. That's part of the reason why I'm measuring in weight and not in cups. But I'm giving the cups just in case you don't have a scale. Now, some people are used to sweetened, unsweetened, savory. It depends on where you're living in the country. I recommend the sweet one, but I'm sure the other ones are just as good. But for today's video, we're gonna be sweetening this bad boy up with 1/4 cup of sugar, or 30 grams. To balance the flavor and that sweetness, we're gonna go in with 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And to lift this bread up and give it all that air that it needs, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Number 1. And number 2. Now take your whisk and give it that, did you say it? Whiskey business. Move that dry bowl to the side, and now we bring in a new bowl for the wet ingredients. Add in 1.5 cups or 360 milliliters of warm milk. This milk doesn't have to be hot, just slightly warm, because now we're going in with 1/4 cup of melted butter. And if this milk was cold, that butter would hit the milk and instantly solidify. And it would kind of make this like butter cap over the milk, and we don't want that. We want it to be free flowing and be able to get mixed. Now we just need to crack 1 egg, and once that little guy's in there, grab your whisk and one more time, give it that whiskey business. And after that business, bring in your dry bowl and add your wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. At this point, you could add really anything you want to this. Corn kernels, bacon, jalapenos, herbs, cheese. This cornbread is the vessel for your imagination, and you can go as crazy or as fancy as you'd like. Right here, I'm just whisking, working out those clumps, scraping the side and the bottom of that bowl, being careful not to overmix. While I was making this batter, I preheated my oven to 425. I grabbed my 9-inch pan and dropped in 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Now what you're gonna do is throw this pan into your oven for about 5 minutes until that oil in that pan are screaming hot. Remove that pan from the oven, be very careful, and toss that batter directly into that screaming hot oil. And throw that pan back into your oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Now let me quickly explain that oil step. By all means, you don't have to do it. That just means your cornbread is gonna have kind of a soft bottom. Now there's nothing wrong with that, but I want mine to have a crispy bottom, and if that's what you want, don't skip on the oil step. After about 25 minutes, pull your cornbread out, do a toothpick test just to make sure it comes out clean, and if it does, your cornbread's done. Flip your cornbread upside down just to make sure that crispy bottom stays crispy. We don't want that bread to sit in that pan and steam away. If it does, you'll watch that crispy bottom walk straight out the door. Let this cornbread cool slightly, but not too long, because warm, fresh cornbread is the bomb. All you need to do now is slice into this bad boy, and my oh my, look at that. Perfect golden brown, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside cornbread. Now personally, I don't think I need to explain why you should make homemade cornbread over box cornbread. I mean, simply just look at it. And now let me taste it to confirm. Man, oh man. It's confirmed. When you go for the outside bite, you get that nice crisp. When you go for the inside, you get that nice moist, soft, delicate, absolutely amazing cornbread bite. If you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and until next time, peace.